Well, hello, my name is Mary Lehman, and I am the founder and executive director of Tikkun Farm. My husband and I bought it about 10 years ago. It was an abandoned dairy farm in the middle of a neighborhood. It's about 3.5 acres. At the time that we bought it, every building on the property was falling apart. We had an old gutted farmhouse. We had 2 barns that were leaking and were becoming compromised from water damage. We had an old dairy building that didn't have any electric or water in it. And as we prayed about whether or not to purchase the farm, it just felt like God really said to me, yes, I want you to have this property. A few years after buying it, I just really prayed about what to call the farm, and the word I heard was tikkun. Tikkun is part of a Hebrew phrase, tikkun olam. Tikkun olam means to repair the world. In the Jewish community, that phrase captures really the life purpose of the Jewish people. They are to partner with God in the ongoing repairing of the world. So when God said to me, tikkun, repair, the next thing I heard was repair your buildings, and then I'll send people there whose lives need to be repaired. Early on, we did a lot of work with animals, with the alpacas, with children who came to visit the farm. We ran summer programs for them. We ran an after-school program. We were really blessed when we were invited to welcome Bhutanese refugees to our farm, and we use our land to support the work that they do to grow food for their families. As we have grown in our community, we've really been invited by the Spirit to spend more time working with adults lately. And so one of the things that has meant is providing more food support. It began before COVID by offering cooking classes for adults called Cooking on a Budget, which then invited those adults to come back for more trauma-informed experiences related to writing and things like that. But when COVID hit, we had to stop all of those congregate events. And now we're really focusing on food support because COVID revealed to us just how important that was and what a big need it was in our community. We're doing that in 2 significant ways. One of the things that we're doing is continuing our cooking program in a way that is COVID safe. So instead of families coming to the farm to learn how to cook a meal for their crock pot, we're doing all of the prep work for that with the support of volunteers, and then we send out 300 crock-pot meal bags a week, and families cook those meals at home. We continue to have surplus food, and the number of people supporting us in offering surplus food to our community has grown from 1 supplier before COVID started to now 20 different people bringing surplus food to the farm. And so 4 days a week now, we have what we call our free market, and people can come from all over the city and pick up whatever food they need to support their families. Some of the things that are coming up for our future programming include an expansion of our environmental education program. We're going to begin launching a job training program for youth in our neighborhood, and that's going to begin with an urban farming focus and an environmental focus. So we'll be training young people to get jobs at places like 80 Acres and other indoor farming facilities in the city, and also to maybe work with the park system. But we really want to expand that and be able to offer young people who have an interest in cooking, for example, to have a culinary arts experience that might begin to launch them into something like going to the culinary arts school at Cincinnati State. And then we really want to expand that even further to offering training in the building trades, electrical work, plumbing, carpentry, welding. These are areas where there's actually a huge need for more artisans, and not enough folks are trained to do those things. And so we want to begin to make that also available to the young people. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to Tikkun Farm's story, and I really hope that you'll find a way that you can become part of what the Spirit's doing on our farm. There are many ways to volunteer and support us, and I encourage you to visit us at our website, www.tikkunfarm.com.